Picture this scenario. You set all your budgets for the year, your targets, your forecasts. You know what your overheads are going to be and your expenses, what you predicted anyway. And you've got your turnover and you've got your gross profit percentage and the margin set out as well. Month one of the year goes by, everything's on track, you achieve that bottom line, and in fact your sales team go above and beyond, beat their revenue target, and that bottom line is looking the healthiest it's ever been. Anyway, fast forward to the end of month two and something's happened. You get your figures and that bottom line has dropped significantly. You're just about making a profit, yet the sales team are reporting to you they've had their record sales month, and you sit there head in hands thinking, what the has gone on? You start delving a bit deeper and it turns out that your sales team are purely given a sales target, a revenue target to hit each month. Now you investigate that month's P&L, all your expenses are broadly on budget and in line, so that all looks okay. So you go up your profit and loss statement a bit further and you see that your gross profit margin has taken a huge dive. So you panic. What's happened, Ben? Is the call that comes in quite frequently in this scenario. And we had this very same scenario with a client recently, and after some digging and delving, it turned out that the sales team had actually been pursuing some extremely big orders, and because they were big orders, they'd kind of been told in the past you can take a slightly lower margin on those because it's all about the actual physical profit, not the profit margin, which is fine to some degree. However, the problem was that turnover got counted towards the target for the month, and the target got achieved relatively quickly. Like I say, turnover figures were the highest they'd ever been, but the problem is they hadn't achieved the turnover figure on the margins that had been predicted. So this is just a little more free time tip, is make sure your sales team are not just motivated by revenue, but they've got a margin target as well. Because if as a business owner or finance person in-house, you've set all the targets for the month based on, say, 20% gross profit margin, but the sales team, to get their sales over the line and earn their commission, drops that down to 15 or perhaps even 10%, your fixed overheads are still going to be the same, which is going to hit your bottom line, and what could be a really significant profit for the month if they'd been consistent with their profit margins could turn into a loss-making month. So if that's you, you've come across that scenario before, you need some help delving into the numbers, or perhaps even the wider scope of things, setting targets for your teams, performance management, give me a shout. If we can't help, we'll know someone that can. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this glorious Tuesday morning walking here on the fen, and I really do hope you have had a great Easter and you have a great week back in your businesses. Take care everyone, bye bye.